Hello, fine people on the internet. I am Ant Girl here, talking to you today from my own living room, as I, like many of you, am sheltering in place in response to the COVID-19 crisis. But I've not been entirely inside of my house. I've taken this opportunity to go out to some local field sites and look for some bee aggregations. So I was thinking I was gonna post these videos. Now I'm gonna kind of bleep out the details on where I was hiking because, well, I ran into a ranger at one of the hikes in and was given special permission to access some places where the general public were not allowed. Because I don't want to encourage people to do things that you need special permission for without said special permission. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut to the videos of the hike. And I'll go ahead and as I identify insects to the best of my ability, or birds, I'll put the timestamp and the species ID in the description so that you can click on the time and see what it is. And who knows, depending on how long this lasts, I may do more of them. But at least there's some. We saw a lot of cool stuff, so hope you enjoy. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just walk with you for a bit. See what cool social insects I see. Or maybe birds, we'll just see. Oh, what have we got here? Are these some nice Dorymyrmex? No, they're actually, they look fire anty to me. Maybe this is a Solenopsis. Let's get a closer look with the phone. Oh yeah, Solenopsis-y. Not sure which one though. That's so neat, you get to see these giant Pogonomyrmex rugosus in the same frame. Oh, and we've got more over here. Now we've got the Dorymyrmex nest right near the Solenopsis nest. Oh, there's some dead Solenopsis on there too. You can see these dories have a different coloration. They also have kind of a different body shape. They smell different too. Ooh. Let's keep walking. I'm looking for bees. I have a couple different species I'm looking for some of my friends who study different desert bees. I thought it would be nice to just get out here where I heard there's some aggregating bees. And take a look. We got more of the same. More of the same. Oh, this is a little, So these ants are Forelius, probably Forelius pruinosus. I kind of misidentified them in the moment when I was standing there, which is pretty embarrassing because this is a pretty easy ant to get. So I'm voicing it over now, so that you'll never know the embarrassing truth of what I said. Oop! I think I just startled a rock squirrel. This is getting around to the place where I found Centris pallida aggregation last year. But I'm not hearing anything. I don't see any area that's been cleared by them. Let's see what we've got here. These look like some old Pogonomyrmex californicus nests. Maybe. Ah, there we have it. There's Pogonomyrmex californicus here. You can see her. That's the species, one of the ones that I'm working on now for a couple projects. Oh, here's the nest. That's them in all their glory. You can tell the nest shape's really different from Pogonomyrmex rugosus. They have a lot of color variation in this species. Sometimes they have a darker gaster and sometimes they're pretty
concolorus across their bodies. Oh, look, you have this might be a little satellite entrance to the same colony. That's pretty neat. That's a telltale Pogonomyrmex californicus satellite sheet nest, though. I think a lot of Pogonomyrmex in the Maricopa group do that. Pogonomyrmex comanche kind of does that too, which is one of the first Pogonomyrmex species that I ever encountered back when I was in Louisiana. Man, there are a lot of these interesting little flying things around. I'm not sure who this is. They almost look like little alates of something. But I don't think they are. I don't think they're hymenopterans at all. They're some kind of interesting little fly. I don't know. They're so small, I should have brought my aspirator and hand loop so I can figure out better. If anybody recognizes them, go ahead and post in the comments, though. Let's see. I think this is right about where we had that aggregation last year. I'm listening for the buzzing sound. I don't hear anything. Ah, nice. Is that the vermilion flycatcher? A nice red one. I'll check that, make sure I'm saying the right thing. If I'm wrong, I'll put it down. It's a something flycatcher, vermilion. Oh, and there's the female, same species. She's less red. Let's see. Huh. So far, no bees. Okay, I just need to keep walking. I should mention, I'm kind of, because I'm a scientist, I've been granted some special permission to do certain things near restricted areas, so you should absolutely respect any signs that you see that say keep out of a specific place. Right now it's really important that we use social distancing to stay away from one another and keep our community healthy. That being said, the fact that this is kind of a harder place to get to under such circumstances means that I'm just seeing so much bird activity and wildlife sounds here that I normally... Oh, it's a Gila woodpecker. You see it? Nice. But I normally wouldn't be able to have these right up this close to me, or there people talking would scare them off. It's kind of neat to see. I thought this was kind of fun. Looking at these nice tracks, because there's so few human footprints around here, you can see these are bunny tracks. There must have been a jackrabbit here. There's also some kind of bird walking here. Based on the size, it might be something like a grackle. Picking back up as we go down to the river here. See if we see some cool stuff in the river. Obviously not bees, but we will catch some nice wildlife coming to have a drink. Can you hear that? That's a red-winged blackbird. The wee. Oh, there goes. There's a red-winged blackbird. Anyone who's a real birder is gonna laugh at my impression. There are these very standardized terms that people use for the sounds they make, and I just call them whatever I want. Searching the shore. Not seeing very much, but it's a pretty day. Oh, what's this? That one of those little waspies we saw earlier. Oh, and a flesh fly. And a ladybug. A little beetle here. That's cool. Little minnows. Sorry, everybody. Don't freak out. I'm not gonna eat you. Ooh, red-winged blackbirds everywhere. Can hear them. Seems like this time of year you get a lot of them. Oh, I think I found one of these and looked at it under a microscope earlier, and it's some kind of Formica. Maybe if I look back in my notebook to what I identified them as last time, I'll be able to tell you exactly what kind. This is just a passing forager here. It seems popular to be bicolored at this field site. There's a lot of different species of bicolored ants for whatever reason. You get some Dorymyrmex that are bicolored. You get some Pogonomyrmex that are bicolored. Some Formica. I don't actually know if that's more likely to happen here than somewhere else. Just my impression. Oh, is this trail flooded? We'll find out. Gosh, look at these nice flowers. There should be bees galore this time of year. Maybe they have too much to choose from. Oh, hello, friend. Sure if I got that in the frame. I can't actually see the screen on my cell phone very well. Oh, we got a little red-winged blackbird just chilling under there. Oh yeah, he just sang for us. Thank you. Not sure if the video quality is good enough for you to hear. I mean, for you to see. I'm sure you can hear it. I don't know if you can see his red patch on his wing when he comes by. There we go. Not sure what that was. Before the leaves come back on these mesquites, it's fun to see all the little epiphytes, little mistletoes and things that are growing up there. Oh, a phenopepla. I know I'm not saying that right, but I'll spell it right down below, and then you'll know what I meant. That's a good Arizona bird. So now I'm in this nice squishy sandy soil along the edge of the river. That seems to be really popular for Pogonomyrmex californicus. So I'm guessing we'll see a lot of their nests here. That was the kind of lighter colored Pogonomyrmex we saw earlier. Here's one, just a lone forager going out to collect seeds. Yeah, these harvester ants in genus Pogonomyrmex, they do just that. They harvest seeds. They're neat. They're bearded ladies. They have a little beard hairs under their chins. It's called a semaphore. Oop. There's that bird that I was having trouble pronouncing the name of, a phainopepla there. It's I don't know if you can see, but it's got a nice crest on its head, kind of like a cardinal or a blue jay. But it's all black with these nice little white patches on its wings. They like to sit up in the top of trees like that. At least I see a lot of males up there doing that. Oop, there he goes. Yep. It's tricky with birds, because if I'm talking, I'm scaring them. That's not true of ants. And that is the sound of mourning doves taking off. I didn't see them, but I heard them. Nice little sulfur butterfly. It's so tiny. It's like the size of a dime. It's neat. Thought I'd do a zoom over on this flower patch to see if we find some pollinators. Looks like we've got some honeybees, some Apis mellifera here. Now, I happen to know that there's a colony of Africanized bees nearby. So these are probably the so-called killer bees, actually. People talk about honeybees in the United States. It's important to remember, at least for Apis mellifera, they're not native. They seem to be visiting this really nice flower, though. Oh. Who's that little one there? Might be a fly. That bee just get into a tiff with a fly? Is that another bee? Might be another little dark-colored bee. This is what I'm here for. Nope. It's a hoverfly. Aha! A fly that looks like a bee. Tricky. It's just so pretty. Look at all these flowers. Gorgeous. I love it. Here's a nice thick group over here. Maybe we can take a look at this. Let's see. Oh, we've got a nice Polistes here. Yes, the wasps show up. Social wasps. Oh, she's going away. Do you see her? She's nice and yellow. I'm going to get closer, but I don't want to make her mad. Oh, we've got a nice little bee on here. Oh, look at this Polistes. I don't know which one to zoom in on. There's just so much going on. She's yellow. There's a good chance I might be able to figure out which one she is, because she's got these nice striking colorations. I know the genus is Polistes in any case. As for this other gal, I'm not sure if that's a little bee or a little digger wasp, but I'll try and zoom in on her and see if I can ID her later. She was in right there. Do you see her? Well, let's see if I can get closer. I'm actually kind of far away. I might startle her when I do that. Oh, she's startled. Might be a digger wasp. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, it's another hoverfly. There we go. Fooled me again. What can I say? They're good at what they do. There's some birds living in the cactus. Gorgeous. The pandemic is, of course, devastating, but feel like I'm the luckiest person on earth to get to experience it, living in a place like this where it's really easy to go out in the day and have a nice day, have a nice walk, without putting myself at risk. I know that's a privilege not everyone can enjoy. Hopefully they don't think I'm lost. There's a helicopter overhead. I'm a bit off the beaten path, so I wouldn't blame them if they did, but I don't think I'm so far off that I'll be in trouble. I'm pretty close. Just within 30 minutes walk of where I started. I feel kind of bad about this because I accidentally kicked it open. There was this little dirt mound right here that I stepped over. It was full of these little tiny little termites here, I mean. Get my clumsy hands out of the way and you can get a look at them. I don't know what species this is off the top of my head, but I know that there aren't that many here, and so I should be able to ID them pretty quickly and put the name in the caption. Ooh. Nice little nest. Look at the construction materials here. This is just all mud nest they put together themselves as a collective. Sorry I messed it up. I was following the sound of some bees. Looks like they might have actually built it around horse poop. I'm told there's a species that commonly does that around here, but I need to go check to see which one it is. You see the ones that have big melanized, like orangey heads? I think those are soldiers here. Ones with like really pale heads are the non-soldier workers. Oh, you can see some on the edge of this poop here. There we go. That's what their nest looked like. It was completely covering that other horse poop. It's kind of old horse poop. They're wild horses here, so I guess that's what they do. Well, that's neat. We've got these galleries. That's their home too. See those little holes along the ground? Termites desiccate really easily, so they dry up really easily. They need to make these little tunnels just so they can get around. My understanding is there's a few different ways that termites nest. They'll either nest all together in one piece of their food, or they'll have multi-piece nesters. And based on the looks of it, this is a multiple piece nester. They've got these things moving around from different horse poops to another. Sorry. Oh, what a terrible time of day for me to trip over this too. Right in the middle of the day. Let me try and close it up for them. Give some protection. Well, they've got tubes they can run away into, so at least there's that. Here's an even better view of this, the work of these termites. They seem to have encased this wild horse poop. And they can digest it using gut microbes that they have that allow them to digest cellulose. So cool. Looks like a whole little village here. You can see. It seems like this is there. This maybe isn't an active area. Maybe they were just foraging here and they finished eating it all and have left. That's really neat. beautiful it is. I just can't get over what a nice day it is. This is a beautiful day.
It's Amy Mann and Michael Penn. But first, we have New Yorker cartoonist Emily Flake and her husband John Pastore. Just so you know, we had some technical difficulties when we recorded this, but it still works.